Well, hello world. Welcome to everyone. Gonna do, let me send my invitations. Going to do some makeup today, some fun little cute makeup, I'd say. Okay, there we go. So I've got my basic makeup done. I've got my brows done, and I've got my foundation, concealer, and powder. And you know what I didn't put on? I didn't put on blush. So let's do that now. And I'm seeing the picture that I'm looking at. She has on some rather pinky pink blush. So I just totally forgot. Let's put on the pink blush. Let's use that one, I think. Do I want to use that one or this one? Looks more... I think I'm going to actually use this one because it's a little brighter. Bright and light. Because it looks kind of like what she has. This one is number 5, Blushing. Pretty that is. Okay, so let's put on a little of this. Oops. My mirror is tilted down. I cannot see. Oh, yeah, this is like a perfect match what she's wearing. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So there we have a little bit of blush. Like I said, I have on my foundation, which is, actually, I used a little bit lighter of a color. That's what it looks like when you get it with the concealer. But I use that color and then that for contour. Concealer. I used number 2, nope. Is it number 2? Yeah, it's number 2 concealer, which is that one. Okay. And then blush. And this is Livita Mocha Eyebrow. Can't actually get that color anymore because it's discontinued. At least I think it was being discontinued. I think it's out of stock. But I can, if you like the color, deep dark brown like this, we have about 3, 4 more that are very similar. And I could always hook you up with that if you wanted that color. Okay. Now, and our translucent powder I've got on. So here's what I'm making today. Look how pretty that is. Oh my God. It's a beautiful flower. I should say this is what I'm attempting. I'm attempting to do this today. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadow. I was actually going to do my eyeshadow before I started with the flower. And I thought, oh, it's special eyeshadow too. So I waited. All right, so let me look at my stuff here and try to remember what I picked out that I was going to do. I was going to do... this. I think it's this. Yeah, it's this. All right. So let's get... I think I'm going to use a smaller brush because it's easier to control. Then I'm going to start with this color here. What is this color's name? This is number 11. And the name of number 11 is Flash Dance. And that is a nice muted, medium tone pink. And I'm going to do the outside of the eyes here. So she has it like up here. I just thought this would be kind of fun. I think the costumey makeup is fun. It gives us a break from just plain old makeup. And we can do our regular makeup and then do this after also. It's just kind of a fun extra thing. All right, so this is Flash Dance. It's pretty. Now, normally colors this different. I don't wear for eyeshadow, but, you know, this is a spring. At least I'm calling it spring. I looked for spring flower makeup, and this popped up. So apparently it is considered spring makeup. And with blue eyes, orange or pink like this really makes them pop out. Because it's like opposite on the color wheel. So your eyes look really blue or really green, whichever color they are. Mine are blue. Mine are actually a greenish blue though. They're not blue. They're blue that leans slightly into the green. And if I wear teal, a deep dark teal, my eyes will actually look teal. I'm wearing this today that's gray, and my eyes almost look blue-gray. They definitely, it's because there's a mix of colors in there. They definitely pick up the colors of what I'm wearing, if it's anywhere in the family of my eyes. Okay, and then we're going to do this here. So this is really odd color combination here, because they're combining pink and orange. That's not something you would normally see, but if you blend eyeshadow, you can mix any colors. Of course, this is not something I would wear to work, unless it was costume day. which is like Halloween. Halloween costume day. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, let me show you what we're doing. This is another spring flower look. I found this one. It's so pretty. I'm hoping I can do that. And then look at the eyeshadow. It's like orange and pink. So it's a little wild colors today, but it'll show us all the pretty colors of spring. So I'm starting with the pink eyeshadow on the outside. And this is Flashdance, number 11, the color that I'm using. We'll see how this works. So now my eyes look really blue compared to the almost red looking pink. They would do that with green eyes too. Okay, let's get my little blender brush here. And I'm going to blend this out. I love finding these different things online on Google. And then seeing if I can copy it. And I can, usually in some sort of version. You know, maybe I should have... that wouldn't have worked. I don't know if I could have done it. I should have put a horse on there for the Kentucky Derby. But I didn't realize it was the Kentucky Derby till yesterday. And I don't have... It would probably have been the silliest... I don't know if I can do animals. Other than it's like cartoon type animals. But that's okay. We're going to do the flower. Because, you know, they wear pretty clothes to the Kentucky Derby and hats. And a lot of the hats have flowers. So there we go. It's still in theme. Still in theme. All right. Now, I'm going to use this other color called Raspberry Beret. Which is that one right there. It's a little darker. And I'm going to put a little touch of that on. Here on the outside. Oh, yeah. This is closer to what she has. I'd say. A little darker on the outer corner, which I'm kind of making a corner right here. Okay. Definitely pink. We are not going to be shy with the colors. Today. Okay. There. Ooh, that's some color. All right, let's blend that. Yeah, there was no doing the eyeshadow ahead of time, since it was something quite interesting. You love that color. Thank you. Yeah, it is pretty. Definitely raspberry. You know, I just got to wondering today, too, about the card I sent you for Easter. You would have thought they would have sent it back to me if, like, the stamp came off or your address was wrong. Would they not have sent it? So I haven't gotten it back. So, where do we think that card is? New York, California, Canada? I don't know where to go. Where'd it go? Ireland? I don't know. It is probably crammed in the corner of the post office in some mail slot. And one day they'll find it in a crumpled ball and go, oh, look. Mail we haven't delivered. Sometimes you wonder where to go. Maybe it blew away in the wind. The Easter Bunny can't swim too good. Yeah. The Easter Bunny. Well, the Easter Bunny said, Easter's over. I'm taking it home with me. Something. All right, now, for the orange, I'm going to do, because it's really a bright orange, I'm going to do a couple things, I think. I'm going to use the one here in the James Charles palette that's like this. It is like goldenrod orange. That one right there. Because that's what it looks like. 14 inches of rain. Yeah, you definitely are hogging the rain when we are in a drought here in Florida. Stop doing that. Share the wealth. You ever play the game of life? The Game of Life. I loved the Game of Life with little cars and little stick people. And it had a card called Share the Wealth. So if you won some, or you know, you got a prize or some money, and somebody had that card, if they handed it to you, you had to give them half of it. Which we got to where we hated that card so bad that everybody hated it. Look, I won $500. Oh, share the wealth. No, I don't give you half. If you ever have somebody that thinks they want socialism, play the Game of Life and hand them Share the Wealth card and see how much they hate it. Because as a family, me and my brother and sister and my cousins, we all played it. We just said, we aren't playing with these cards. And we put those away. Those Share the Wealth, we don't want to do that. So we just didn't play with them. Because nobody wanted to share their prize. It's like, no, that's mine. See if you can find somebody that likes the Share the Wealth card in the Game of Life. But we need a Share the Rain card right now. Share the rain. Share the water. Normally Florida is doused with water, but we do have droughts. We have a drought period every year. But this one apparently is extreme and severe. My little water, I took a picture of it earlier. There is a fish bed completely out of the water. It's not in the water. It's even getting dried in the sun. It's one they built real close to the edge of the lake. It's like it's not even damp anymore. And there's another one that's half out of the water. And I'm like, yeah, boy. Luckily, they weren't using it. Not sure if it's the time of year. Right now, well, you can kind of see that. So then we're going to add something to it because it's very glittery what she has on. So I'm going to blend it. But I always remember those when somebody gets something we need. It's like Share the Wealth. Those cards, Share the Wealth. Which I'm sure you wouldn't mind sharing if you have that much. You never think to combine those two colors. I know I wouldn't either. But you know, it reminds me of like sherbet, orange and pink. Okay, so now I'm going to use, to get the glitter on top of the orange, I have an orangey glitter. Let's see, what is this one called? Kind of a gold. It's a bronzy. 48 is Phoenix. I'm going to try that. And this is a foil. Oh. And these work better with your finger than a brush, because if you use a brush, the glitteriness of it kind of wants to go bye-bye. It just floats away in the air. It doesn't stick very well. If you rub it on with your finger, it sticks much better. I don't know if you can even see it. But I can see it. It is there. It's got a bronzy look. Glittery, bronzy look. There we go. I got too much up top. Oh, good grief. Look, see, it went down here. It's like everywhere. She doesn't have it down there. The foils have a lot of fallout. Okay, we'll just wipe it off. Either that or we'll leave it on. Which is kind of almost a skin color. Almost can't see it. Okay, I'm going to kind of pat it with the napkin here. So there's not more that keeps falling out. Because it wants to just spread all under my eyes here. So I think you can not tell that much. All right, so let's get some concealer. This is the one where you want to do your eyes first, but I did it. That way you could wash it off and then do your concealer. I even got that pink under here. Some of the colors have a little bit more of a travel to them. Or they just want to travel all over your face. Like, how'd it get down there? I didn't put it down there. And it did. And this one over here's got to have the blue. The blue flower petal. I hope I can get these laid out right. If not, it's just going to be a slightly different flower. All flowers are a little bit different. Okay, now let me take my powder, put it under there, I'll put concealer. That's still better. All right, now, I don't want to do the eyeliner yet, because we've got to put some of the blue up here. So I'm going to start with the dark blue, because that's what we have on the inside. So let's start with this, this color in the James Charles palette. And it has some glitter to it because some of hers does. And what is this one called? It's called Acapella. That's an interesting one. Acapella and Playground. Okay, is it that one? Yep, that's Acapella. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to use the lighter one. I'm going to mix Playground and Hello. This is Playground, that's Hello. Because that's got the shimmer in it. And I kind of need the darker color some. So let's start with, what did I say that one was again? Acapella. And let's see, do I want to use that brush? Maybe one over. No, not that one. Where's that one little brush? I didn't pull out the brushes I had. Maybe I should have. Oh, what is that one over there? Maybe I can use that brush. Let's try that one. Hello, Playground. All right, I think I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. That's what I'm going to do so I can land in the right place. So this looks like it starts in the middle of her eye. So if you get you an anchor here, we can make it work. It looks like it starts from the middle of the eye and goes to the corner of the eye. And it's a petal. So there's that. Oh yeah, this is pretty. And there's that. Okay, so there's my two anchor spots. I got one there, one there. So then I've got to make it into, it almost looks like a leaf, but it's a flower petal. So this has actually got to go up and curve around. And that one has to curve a little too. This one's going to be hard because my skin moves so bad right there. Interesting look. But you know what? This is a way. What do you do with dark circles? Put something on them. I'm going to cover them up. You'll never know they're there. What dark circles? No, that's a blue petal. No dark circles here. Okay. It curves down like that. So I'm going to draw them first, and then we're going to fill them in. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, that's pretty much what it's shaped like. The thing is, they cut off the ends, so I get to do what I want. All right, so then we have the next one starts about in the middle of this petal. If you just get your, like I say, get your anchor points, and then I can work from there. It's kind of what goes through my mind when I'm trying to do this. Okay, so we're going to start it there. I think hers curves out more than mine, but that's okay. And then we're going, actually I could fix that. Cause it's all the same color. It's not gonna, totally not gonna matter. I'm just gonna color it all in. Then we're gonna kind of go above the eye here and about, hers is about halfway between the brown. Okay. And then it goes down into there. And I notice she kind of does cut it off. It doesn't go all the way down. Good. All right, then we're going to go, like I said, I can't see the point in the picture because as you see, they cut it off. And I didn't cut it off like that, though. Picture I copied was cut like that. So let's just do to the point over here. All right, there's the second one. All right, then we have a third one. The third one looks like it starts like there. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. I'm really gonna like this one, I think. Okay, so then the third looks like it starts at the point of the eyebrow. And I think I have a much smaller, I don't have a big space between here and my hair. And most people that I see and I copy these makeup things, they have a bigger space here. But oh well, I got to work with what I got, right? So we're going to do... So what we're going to have to pretend is that this leaf disappears into my hair. Because that's just what we have to do. Okay, so there's that one there. And then we have another one. That one's going to start... well, I guess I'm trying to figure out where to... This one we see the point, and it looks like it goes like this to there. Okay. My hairline definitely affects how I can do these. Because this is going to be a little shorter. I think the space, I have the space here. Because I don't have a real big, definitely don't have a big forehead over here. But every picture that I've copied, the woman in it has more space here. And it's, you know, it's interesting. It's something I never realized because I don't go around saying, let me compare what space you have compared to, who does that? Nobody does that. So, I think I didn't realize it. Apparently I have a short side of the forehead. Probably because I have a big hood. That's what I'm guessing. But it kind of gives the illusion I have bigger eyes, so it's okay, I think. Alright, so there is our outline. Then we're going to fill in. And we have the other, well, there's two lighter color ones. This would be a pretty flower. Oh, I wish I had a flower this color. So pretty. So it has a little shimmer in it. Gonna be so pretty. You know what I might do? I think I am gonna do this. Alright, I'm gonna go to this darker color that's above it. What's that one called? It's a similar color. It's called Brother. Oh, Brother. And I'm gonna... But it doesn't have any shimmer. I wonder if it's any different. I was gonna see if I could... like make it shaded. I don't know if it's any different though. It just doesn't have shimmer. Okay. I can work with it. I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna leave it. It almost has a little more depth to it. So I'm gonna do the bottom like this. You can kind of see how it gets lighter out there? Okay. I like that. A little bit of a two-tone-ish. Alright, I'm going to do that with this one. The dark and the... It's very subtle, but that's alright. This one has more of the dark. Alright. This one. Where does that one go to? Kind of goes in a little bit. Alright. It doesn't really have an ending. It just sort of fades into the top of the eye makeup. Well, good. That's the easiest thing to do right there. If I can remember where my line is. I'm going to have to go by the end of the petal. You like it? Okay, good. Okay. Now I'm gonna outline it in black. I hope that's gonna show up. Shows up on hers. Okay. Okay, there's that. I know it's just going to look like a big blob right now because I'm going to have to reestablish my lines. Okay, back to the shimmer. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Often find flowers that are two-tone a little bit. The petals are. Okay. That's going to be fun to wash out later in my hair. Oh well. This color. Man, I should have done stuff with this color like this before. It's stunning. At work, I have saved a what is it? A background screensaver thing? Not a screensaver. It's a background. What do they call it? Background wallpaper thing. She does outline the petals. So I'm hoping that's gonna now my eye's watering. We can't have that. But I have a flower for spring saved with this kind of blues and purples like this. It's so pretty. I put it on every year. Yeah, we're definitely going to outline them. Okay, so there's our basic stuff. It looks like kind of a blue fan or something grabbing a hold of the side of my head. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then we're going to do these other two. They're more of an aqua, which is Playground and Hello. Hello. All right, so let's do Playground. All right, so there's one here. Well, hey, Gwenny, what you doing? She's going to the chair. Rocking chair. It's a little bigger than that. There we go. Okay. So let's do that with this one. Let's the darker color up here. I don't know if it looks much different than the blue. We're going to need to use more of the lighter. And then this one, okay, this one goes a little ways away from that one and to about there. Only goes straight up. What I need to do is draw it here and then go meet it. Meet it with the other. There we go. Okay. A little bit at the bottom of the dark. Now let's get this light and see what this does. That's definitely light. There we go. I need to put it on kind of heavy. Pretty. To blend it into the dark. Like I say, it almost doesn't look like a lighter color. But it is. Looks like similar shade. I have an idea. Let's see what we can do with it here. Almost looks like they did it there. Oh yeah, that one shows up a different color for sure. The light's hitting it different or something. Okay. This doesn't show up as well there though. Alright, so I'm going to take this color. What's this one called? It's called Ring Light. So it's a shimmery. Which one is it? This one. It's a shimmery beige, basically. And see if we can't sort of lighten that up a little. Just make them the same. Okay. There. I guess that's pretty much it, except for the outline. See how we're doing so far. Not bad. Obviously, it's a little shorter than hers, but so with my head is shorter. All right, let's see if we can make the outline show up. I hope so. Where'd you go? My little thing here. Is this on the right way? I think that was the right way. Yep. Okay, now. My eye's still watering. And it's watering right up onto here. Does that. Has something to do with the fact that I have the fan on behind me and it's getting in my eyes, I think, the air blowing. This is not what I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Okay, so let's do the black eyeliner. Oh boy, how am I going to do this without messing that up? Okay, first we're going to set it. Everywhere. A lot. Then we're going to dry it. Okay. There. That's pretty good. Let's see, do I have... No, I don't have it on my hands. I put the liner. She has it all the way across. My liner isn't wanting to line. Come on, liner. Skin's wanting to move because I'm barely pulling it. Okay, I'm going to live with that. I'm going to do this one, which I can actually do. A lot of it is the fact that it doesn't want to ride on top of this shimmer makeup. Shimmer with like glitter flakes and stuff is very difficult to draw on. Alright, Facebook, quit it. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Then, we also have some under here. Dry the eye. You know, I didn't used to have to do that years ago. Right, there's that. And then this one. I don't know that that's going to matter a whole lot. It's so dark there already. Kind of make them the same though. Alright, now let's get the liquid one and see if that'll work. Okay. Let's start at the top. Trying to tighten my skin. And I'm making a mess. Okay. Oh yeah. Couldn't see that. I also made a mess. Let me get my concealer here. It really can be a challenge when your skin doesn't fit anymore. I've lost weight and my skin no longer fits. Okay. Let's start with the outside. And then do the inside. Oh yeah, my hair's there. Drawing on hair. That's challenging. Okay. Then that, we're just, yep, drawing into the hair. It's just going to disappear into the hair there. It's just, it's what we are. That's what we got. Definitely shows up well. Okay. All right, that's going to be hard. That spot. Okay, the one she does curls around just like this. Yep. Alright then. Let the fun begin here. I'm going to try to do it in dashes. Because I'm going to have to. We were trying to draw on a piece of paper that kept moving. That's what this is like. Oh, that's not bad. I got it. Okay, now we got to do the inside ones. And my eye is still a little watery right here. This is almost like a watercolor look. Okay. I don't want to blink while I'm doing that. Alright, there's that one. Well, that's hard to do too. It wants to move. What am I doing here? That's where it goes. Okay. Oh yeah, this shows up good. Oh good. Okay, then that goes, where does she have that? That one's that one. That one doesn't go past the eyebrow, okay. The color does, but not the black line, okay. So it just is kind of smudgy in there, that's fine. That's how she has it. Pretty. Okay, so then we're going to do the little middle vein thing. There's that. Well, we get the fun spot again. I think I deserve some extra reward for doing them under my eye. Because it's like, stop moving. Stop it. Well, it ain't gonna stop, so we can just leave it like that. So they have it where this is a little bit curved. That's what's challenging, is doing it curved. And then one in that one. I love it. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Alright, let me see. The thing is, when you go back to touch it up, if you don't get it in the same spot, you just mess it up. I know, it's so funny. Where is my skin gonna move to? That's the question. Am I still gonna do this when I'm 90? That'll be like, okay, I'll be doing it down there. Where did my skin go? Way down there. Alright, now, oh, what we gotta do is some mascara. But you would think, see, I thought when I started doing this, under eye award, thank you for the award. You would think nobody's gonna want to watch an older woman put on her makeup. But you know who wants to watch an older woman put on her makeup? Other older women. Because they can't do it either. And they're like, oh, let me watch, because I would do that. Let me watch the older woman. Let me watch the woman in her 50s. Let me watch a woman in her 60s, or whatever age I was at the time. Because she's going to show me how to deal with this problem. So you would think nobody wants to watch an older woman do their makeup online? Yeah, they do if they're your age. If they're wanting to learn how to do it or something, yeah, because if you watch a 20-year-old put on makeup, you can't do that. It's not going to help at all, really, or very little. That's why when I found a woman, even now this girl was in her 20s, but she had very hooded eyes, and she showed, and hooded eyes, it's different than loose. When you have loose skin hooded eyes, it is worse. But that's where I learned how to do hooded eye makeup, was a woman with hooded eyes. Because even though a woman without hooded eyes can show you how and where to put it, it's just not the same as watching a woman who has hooded eyes. Because then you see what it looks like at the end. And you know if you're doing it right. Because you're like, is that what it's supposed to look like? So you can watch a woman say, if you have loose skin, this is what you need to do. But if she doesn't have loose skin, so pretty, thank you. You know, she can tell you, and you can kind of, but then you don't really know if you're doing it right. Because it's not going to look, your skin is not going to react like hers is reacting on the video. And you're like, okay, but my skin's moving all over. And then if you watch a woman with looser skin do it, you're like, oh yeah, that's how I'm supposed to be doing it. Okay. It's just so much more helpful. Because I have seen women older than me putting on makeup, and people were watching them, and I'm like, yeah, they want to watch that, because those women need help. Now you will see, she barely has, I don't even know if she has lipstick on. But it's a real natural looking lip, which with this, you don't need more color. I mean, you could, but usually if you have intense eye makeup, you want to tone down your lip. If you have very intense lip color, you want to tone down your eyes. Otherwise, it can get a little over clownish, especially with, I mean, this is obviously not regular makeup. But with regular makeup, if you have really intense eyes, unless you're doing something like real evening and where you need to look all intense, but for like everyday, where if you do very intense eyes, tone down your lips. You do very bright or dark lip, tone down your eyes. And it really, that way you just don't look overdone. It is painting a moving canvas, definitely. And like I said, the most challenging thing is you don't know where it's going to go. It's going to go left, right, up. It's not going up. I know that one. Left, right, down. Where's it going to... Alright, so then this is called Humble. This very natural tone lip gloss. And it has a little shimmer to it. Is one of my favorites because it's natural looking. So you want a very natural looking lip. And this looks good on everybody. It's not too brown or too pink. It's not peach. It looks like your lips. I have some ladies at church. This is like their favorite lip gloss. And I remember one time this one lady bought it from me. And she was like, oh, I've been waiting for this. I'm so excited for this. Oh, I'm so excited. Because she had tried it on. You know, I'd let her try it on. I'm getting the eyeshadows going up in my eye. Or to the underside of my waterline here. Let's take it off. And so I ordered it for her, and I brought it to her, and she said, oh, thank you, I'm so excited. So then she came to me the next week, and she said, I need another one. And I'm like, did you lose it? Break it? Was something wrong with it? What happened? She goes, no, a friend of mine saw it. I gave it to her. I'm like, oh, okay. But she gave it away the first time she brought it out. Somebody's like, oh my gosh, I want that. So it was her friend, so she gave it to her. She's like, I need another one. I didn't even get to use it. I'm like, oh, that's very nice of you, though. Well, I thought it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, it's that pretty. There you go. I did the opposite eye, but we do not care. I do the ones easier for me to work on. That's not bad with the colors I have to work with. The eyeshadows. And the eyes. I think I did pretty good. This girl, she has brown, she has like hazel eyes. Very interesting. But I can't change that. Alright, so I'm done. So let's read our devotion. Let's see if I can remember which one I was on. Was I on this one? Or was I? Ooh, maybe I'm on the left one. I think I did this one last time. Yeah, I think we're on the first one. The first one of these two. So there's one on the left and one on the right. I think this is the one we're on. And the prayer comes from Galatians 5:6, 2 Thessalonians 1:3, 2 Thessalonians 1:11, and 1 Thessalonians 1:3. And it says, we are incapable of loving others in Jesus' name for nothing, loving them for the sake of his sacrificial legacy. All right, let's read the prayer. Christ Jesus in you, neither circumcision nor uncircumcision has any value. The only thing that comes is faith expressing itself through love. That's Galatians 5:6. Oh God, let it be said of me that my faith is growing more and more. Oh, that'd be a great thing for people to say, oh, our faith is just growing more and more. Yes, let that be said of me. And the love I have for others is increasing. Yes, we see a lot of things going on now. A lot of people that you wonder, where is their love? Where is their compassion? You're not even sure they even have it, let alone that it's growing. Lord, let people see that mine and that my love is increasing. How I pray that you may count me worthy of your calling, and that by your power you may fulfill every good purpose of mine and every act prompted by my faith. Boy, that was a good long statement there. Count me worthy. Count me worthy of your calling. That's a great thing to say. And that your power, because it's not our power, that his power will fulfill every good purpose and act that we have. Lord God, I desire that these things will be remembered before you. My work produced by faith, my labor prompted by love, and my endurance inspired by hope in my Lord Jesus Christ. You know, I like this, that it says that the things that I do will be remembered before you. You know, living in this world with having no family of your own and having no legacy to leave behind, really, or anyone to leave it to. You think sometimes, well, why am I even here? Why did God bother to put me here? I don't know. But I'm hoping and I believe that the day I stand before him, that everything that I have done that made the difference for eternity will come before him. And I am praying that it will be a vast amount of things. That there will be people in heaven that say, if it wasn't for you sharing, if it wasn't for you teaching me in children's church or teaching the little Wednesday night class, or if it wasn't for you singing in church, or if it wasn't for you praying for me, if it wasn't for you sharing with me or something, I wouldn't be here. That's a legacy that will never end. And I wish my own children could be there as well, but at least I won't have nothing. And there's a song Ray Boltz sang called Thank You. And it has an awesome verse that said, I dreamed I went to heaven, and you were there with me. We walked along the streets of gold and beside the crystal sea. And then I heard somebody called my name. And I turned around and saw somebody that I had known. And they said, thank you for sharing and for giving to the Lord, because I am a life that was changed. And if you had not shared, I would not be here. It is an awesome song called Thank You. If you had not shared, if you had not spoken or sang or whatever it is you did or taught, I wouldn't have known and I wouldn't have been here. And at the end of the song, it says you turn around and you see Jesus standing there. And he says to you, thank you for giving to the Lord, and great is your reward. And he turns and he points to all the people that are there because of your witness and your life and the things you did. And he points to those people and he said, thank you for making the way for these people to get to heaven. And that's a future I am really looking forward to when I get to heaven. And he says, here is your harvest that you did on this earth, and it's a bunch of souls that never would have been there had I not existed. Because that's like the only option I have, I think, for souls to be somewhere because I existed. And I am really looking forward to there being a bunch of people in heaven there because of me. I hope and pray that that is the case. And I really, truly believe it will be. So, Michelle, how are you? This is what I did today. Some spring flowers on the side of my head. Copying that. And that was a lot of fun. Oh, and I know you saw it. I didn't say it in my live though, for anybody watching the replay. I lost 70 pounds down today, which is the top of my weight range. I am actually, as of today, no longer overweight. I am not overweight. I am not overweight. I'm so excited. I am in my weight range. Now I'm at the very tippy top, and I would rather be in the middle, which is about 10 more pounds. But, and it will probably take me a while to get down there, because when you get in your weight range, very pretty. Thank you. You can go back and watch it if you want. It was fun. It didn't take real long. But when you get into your, or close to your weight range, your body starts hanging on to weight. It starts saying, you're good now. You're good now. I don't want to let this go, because you had extra before, but now you don't. So we don't want it. So it takes about twice as long. So I used to lose about 5 pounds a month. So I'll probably lose 2, which is, but it's okay because I don't have far to go. So I'm at my healthy weight range. Because when I went to the doctor, was it week before last, and just for my annual checkup, and she still writes in my chart that I'm overweight, because I was by about 3 pounds, because I had clothes on, I had shoes on, so I weighed 3 or 4 pounds more than I actually did here, but I was like 1 pound overweight when I went to the doctor with no clothes. And so I'm like, she's still writing overweight on my chart, but she was right. I was. But now, next time we are not getting that in my chart, because it will no longer be true. So then if I lose another 10 pounds, then I got some playroom. So if I have a splurge or something and I gain 3 or 4 pounds, I'll still be in my weight range. That's where I want. Plus I have a slew of clothes that 10 pounds less, I can wear them. And they're so close right now, like I can't quite button them. You know, like it's like another inch there. I just can't quite close it. I can put them on, but I can't quite close it. So 10 more pounds. I have a whole wardrobe waiting, and I will have a little, wiggle room where I don't, like if I gain 1 pound now, I'm overweight again. So I don't want that. So I'm very excited, looking forward to that. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very blessed day and that you enjoyed it, and come back next time. And until then, bye-bye, and go be amazing. Bye.